In Afghanistan, we're all going. 11th September, everybody's out. The US, NATO, gone. 11th September, deadline gone, we're out. We've got a resurgent Taliban. We've got a political situation that's not great. The place is getting febrile. What you want in a structured, measured withdrawal, which you do not leave any vacuums in, so that nothing can go into that vacuum you created by your departure. If you're to achieve that, you need to have an awful lot of things in support of you. And that means bringing stuff into country to get you out of country. And by that I mean boots. Because you're going to make sure your security's got to be good, or better than good, it's got to be squeaky. No one wants to get slapped on the rump as they're going out the door. So, you've really got to make sure the security of this is tied down. The huge advantage we have in Afghanistan is we're not doing it on our own. This is not the British Army departing Basra, or British services leaving Basra. This is US and NATO. So there's a significant resource bill that can be met by a really quite well-resourced set of organisations, US military, NATO. When do you move them? What time of day do you move them? What route do you use them? How do you secure that route? How much air can you use that is better than going out on the ground? But stuff that's got to go by ground has got to be escorted. Who's going to escort it? What's going to be your line of communication? How are you going to access the next door country? At the moment, you need to draw everything back onto a large facility that will allow you to get people in there, administered, sustained for a period of time, hopefully the shortest period of time. You've got to feed them, you've got to water them, you've got to wash them, you've got to sleep them. These are really, really, really basic, nerdy logistic issues. But if you don't address those, that's what's going to make your plan go wrong. And then, of course, you bring in the unexpected and unknown equation, which is, and what's the enemy going to do? You're always at risk. When you're bringing in small isolated groups, you're hopefully getting them out by air. But if anything involves ground transport or travel, or air that's exposed to some sort of ground-to-air threat, then you're at risk. You're at risk in your final operating base, wherever that might be. You are going to be at risk from a mortar, rocket, sniper, whatever there might be. So when you are in a withdrawal, your first and foremost, your three priorities are security, security, and security. When you're dealing with thousands of people spread over several bases or many bases, trying to make it to one airhead or to two airheads, or whether you're trying to make a road move out or a number of road moves, your complexity, your order complexity becomes itself a security vulnerability. Because if there's more of you dancing about on top of the parapet, there's more of you to hit. Being practical, being sensible, you need your rear headquarters, your final logisticians, and key, your final force security enablers, to be the last people out. And they want to be coming out very much, walking backwards, facing the way they've just come, and everything comes back out in a nice, steady, thin line, so you can control that and secure it. And for that, you don't want a big fat headquarters on the ground. You want something nice, light, and lithe that can move swiftly and drop into the back of a C-130 and be gone.